Hi guys, welcome back to World of Tanks. This is Jipped here. Today I'm going to bring you a game that I had in my STB-1 quite early in my World of Tanks career. The STB-1 was my first Tier 10 medium tank, and actually my first Tier 10 tank at all. So at this point I probably only have about 3,000 to 4,000 games played in order to obtain this tank. And you can see I'm running onigiri as the premium food consumable to improve the gun handling on it. Now the beginning stages of this game are on Siegfried Line Assault, and the position I'd like to take up is on this hill here. Try to win this side to prevent mediums from coming over and flanking. And the STB-1 is good at this because of its 10 degrees of gun depression, and it is a ridgeline fighter. So I'm going to fast forward through the beginning portions of this game, just because I'm playing pretty passive, not doing too much here. Obviously, if we look at their heavy tanks, they have you know, an IS-4, two IS-7s, an E-100, another Russian heavy in the Tier 9, and the Conqueror. So I don't really want to go into the city to fight there, and we are able to play a bit more passively because it is an assault game. So we're going to speed it up to about 2 times here. General things, just trying to fish out shots, but nothing really coming. Can see the E-100's turret, but without heat I'm not going to penetrate that, and I won't be able to hit the weak spot on top of the top bar there without at this range. Unfortunately, we do bounce the shot from the T-54 lightweight, and instead we take a shot from the T-62A and the IS-4, who are still in stealth over in E6 there. So the E-100 and ISU-152 are just shooting HE at the E-100. They are dealing damage, which is quite good. Try to fish out a shot on this T-57 heavy as he crosses. He does pop back up later. See, we did not connect with that shot. So a few minutes into the game, still nothing too much developing. Our tanks are still in decent positions. They haven't really taken the city, and we do get that shot on the Jagdpanzer E-100 as he crosses in the side. So the STB-1 does suffer a bit from poor gun handling. It's got a 2.3 second aim time, but it doesn't feel that great. If you don't fully aim your shots, a lot of them do go into the ground. So I try to fix that with the premium food consumable. So here we see the Conqueror get spotted in the corner. We're going to try to see if we can get a shot on him as we turn our attention, but nothing doing there. At this point, the game is developing. There's not too many tanks on our medium side, but I still don't want to go and engage in the town. A lot of their force are on the opposite side of the town, so I do feel it's safe for me to come down from that hill a bit and try to engage the tanks from this ridgeline. The E50 and T49 are still working away at that Conqueror there, neither side really attacking. Here we spot the E100 out in the open. We're waiting to try to get a shot. He shows us his flat side, but you can see the shot just dips straight into his tracks. Don't get another shot as he comes into cover. The good thing about the STB-1 is with the premium food consumable, you do get your reload down to 6.33 seconds, which is a very good DPM. Conqueror decides to come over onto this side, cross the ridge, and not a good idea for him. There's quite a few of us here, and I'm still not even spotted apparently until now. Put a few shots into him and do pick up the kill.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
So back to the DPM of the STB-1. It is very good. It's next to the Object 140 in terms of DPM, but you do get a higher alpha because of it. So with that DPM you are able, if you do get caught out, to kind of shoot your way out of situations. Typically I do like to play behind ridges on this, and I don't have a great amount of skills on this crew at this point in the game. In the end I did end up putting a female crew in it, so they are very skilled now. So still just poking up on ridges, trying to find shots, people crossing in the open. Looks like this T-57 will make it, and we do pick up a shot on him. Object 140 looks to be waiting for us. Testing out the turret armor here. do manage to get a bounce and shoot the 140 back. Fortunately, we don't get a high roll, so he is left with 15 HP. The IS-4 does seem to be trading quite well with the Jagdpanzer E-100 there, and doesn't look like he needs much support, but that 1050 alpha from the Jägeru would be quite crippling if it does hit him. So it looks like our tanks have lost the opposite side of the map, and the remainder of the enemy team is pushing into the town. So they're all kind of concentrated in the middle there, and just trying to poke up and get shots where we can. Pick up the shot on the E-100, looking for his lower plate here, but he turns just enough when I shoot that I only get his track. You can see every time I shoot, I pull back down from the hill and try to pop out at a different place. You don't want to be in the same location too long. The turret on the STB-1 is quite bouncy just because of the angling, and when you use your gun depression, the frontal hull also becomes very angled, but it's not something you want to rely on. Even around the gun mantlet, you'll still get penetrated by high caliber guns. Looking to get a shot on the STB-1 there, but don't manage to get there in time, and looking to support our Waffle E-100 against the IS-7. This is probably one of the first fights I had against these Russian heavy tanks, and not too experienced at it yet. I figured the side of the turret might be something I can pen. It takes me too long to find the shot, and end up getting the front of his turret as he turns towards me. Not that it would have penetrated if it had been his side anyways. The STB-1 does suffer from a lack of pen. It's only got 248 penetration at tier 10. If you look at things like the T-110E5, the Object 140, or any of the Centurions, they have about 270 millimeters of penetration. Try to get the lower plate of the ST-1. Didn't want to take too long to aim because there are quite a few things that could hurt us here. We're down to me, the IS-4, and the ISU-152 on the hill. I want to try and flank the E-100, but he's already noticed me coming and he's turning, so that's not going to happen. We can take a look at the clock. There's a minute left. They do have to cap, and they haven't really begun it yet. We can see one of them was in the cap but is left, and it would take them a minute and a half for one person to cap. You can see the teammate also tells me to run at this point, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Hopefully the IS-4 and ISU-152 can keep them distracted long enough. I waited until I was unspotted. They still probably think I'm by the IS-4, but I've made my run for it, and none of them are the wiser. Damage does build up quite quickly in this tank. You can see we only landed 8 penetrating shots, but we do make for 3,067 damage. Now the enemy team is full of heavy tanks remaining, and obviously we wouldn't be able to take those on. Right now it's 2 versus 5. The ISU-152 is pretty much at its end, and it's now a 1 versus 5. And with 5 seconds left, only one of them in cap. They're not going to cap, and that will be my win in this game. So as I alluded to in the title, we do go hero mode in that game, definitely carried the team, and did so much to win that 1 versus 5, right? Unfortunately I don't have the post-game screen from that, but in our vehicle statistics garage we can see that we do have the medal that apparently everyone wants, and it's probably my first and probably my last Kolobanov's medal, where you stand alone and win against at least 5 enemy vehicles. As you can see, even the most unlucky people like me can get lucky sometimes, and hats off to the enemy team for not trying to cap at that point and allowing me to run away like a real hero. If you did enjoy this replay, please let me know, and I hope to see you guys next time. Thanks a lot.